Good to have you guys. What's going on? Hi everyone. Good to have you guys. I want to take you guys around and share a little bit about myself, because of obviously because of the video that just surfaced again. My name is Chidi. Well, for those of you who don't know me, I'm in my house, and yes, I have a home studio. This is actually where we do a lot of our recordings. On the wall, I'm going to show you part of the things that are in the home studio. By the way, I'm an architect. I'm a trained architect. My wife is also a trained architect. We have a company called Fixed Team Building Contractors Limited. So we're actually contractors here in the city of Toronto in Canada. That is the main business that we do. But we also real estate people. We buy houses and we sell them. We also buy houses and we fix them up and we rent them to people. I just want to show you a little bit of what we have here set up as our home studio. You see on the wall, it's all covered. When we want to shoot a video or want to shoot a musical video or something like that, we pull down the drapes. This is set up for the studio. We have some of our lighting equipment at the wall, all this heavy equipment. This is some of our bags for when we want to go for a gig. On the wall, we have screen changers, a drop screen. It's all automated. We can take it up when we're not using it. You see it going up. And we can also bring it down. So you see when it goes up, when we're not using it, we take it up. Why am I doing this? I'm getting somewhere with all this because it's crazy. We're just beginning to see so many things that are shocking to us. Not so shocking because we expected it, but we thought we didn't have to do this, but sometimes we just have to do this. So this is where we do a lot of our shooting. All these black drapes that you see here is when we're trying to convert it into a studio. When we are not shooting, we do. If you're an architect, you understand the way architects live. we live rough. We do things the way I have my 3D, my surround speakers mounted on the wall. They're all in different places for when we want to do recording. Okay, now I'm going to move you to the office side of this whole thing. It's all filled with. We have one station here where we do video editing, and if one of my staff comes to work, he stays on this table, and then on the other side. We leave most of the things we do upstairs, like the kids' rooms, family room, every other thing we want to do, we do upstairs. But when we come down here, if you notice most of the videos we shoot it here because it's an open concept. We have a whole 600 square feet of space. So we have our kitchen here. This is our kitchen. And then from the kitchen side, the whole thing, we can open it up into a big studio and turn this place around. Of course, we're architects, so many things are designed to use it the way we want, depending on what we're shooting. We have so many bags full of equipment, depending on what we're doing. And then we have all these equipment standing here. And I have another station here, my wife's station, and lots of printing stuff, CDs, and so many things. Okay, the reason why I'm going to show you where I stay and do my video. So when I want to shoot a video, a YouTube video, this is where we stay. Okay, why am I doing this? And you guys know the media thing that we do it as a result of it's like a hobby. It's something that it's a passion that we've always had from time, and so you develop your passion into something that becomes a means of livelihood. That's what everyone should do. It's amazing when we, apart from all that, apart from being an architect, I am the president of the Nigerian Canadian Association. It's not make-believe. A lot of Nigerian Canadians are actually signed on here. We conduct elections, and when it's public notice, you can Google the internet and find out if I'm the president of the Nigerian Canadian Association. And not one of my duties, my primary duty, my primary sworn duty as the president of the Nigerian Canadian Association is to fight for the right of anybody who is a Nigerian, okay? It is my duty to defend anybody, I don't care who you are, I don't have to know you, anybody who is a Nigerian Canadian, whether you're a citizen, whether you're here as a refugee, whatever it is my duty to defend you. So, why am I saying this? You guys obviously know what is going on about the lady Stephanie Otobo. I know they expect reactions from us. They expect us to be very angry. They expect me to, I don't know whatever reaction they expect from me and my wife, but I'm doing this video to let people know that we are surprised. Of course, obviously we're surprised, we're shocked that they're actually twisting the story now to put up the line. The story is now being twisted where we find out that they say something like it was done in the home of a certain Chidi. If you've always watched our videos, it's our home. We have always done our videos in our home. We have videos of ourselves playing with our kids, running around, my wife cooking. It's the same place. If I pull this, let me show you. People have a way of, if I pull this, you will see the other side of my house. You see, that's how television, and that's how it works, okay? So nothing is hidden. Don't believe anybody. You see, now truth is so difficult. What they're trying to do, what people are trying to do there is to beat up truth so much that you can no longer say the truth. Because if you say the truth, it would have been so confusing that people will no longer believe you. So that is what is happening. But we must resist it. We must not let it happen. We released a video about Stephanie Otobo because she had requested if anything happens to her, we should do that. And now it's being turned around to say that we are manipulating her, we are manipulating Stephanie Otobo again. Is there anything that she cannot hear? We are now manipulating her. We manipulated her to go and do all the things she started in Nigeria. We manipulated her all the years we didn't know her until she said she was a Canadian. My whole interest in the thing is the point where I heard that she was a Canadian and she said she was coming back to Canada. So once I heard that she was coming back to Canada, I told my I text members of my executive and members of the board of directors of the Nigerian Canadian Association. I text them and I said that I have reached out to this lady because there's stuff being said about her that she's going to be arrested, she's going to be deported and all that stuff, and I don't think that is right because that is not how it is with Canadians here. We need to defend that kind of talk. And I told them I was going to go and interview this lady, that I'll be interviewing her in my capacity as the president of the Nigerian Canadian Association, but also as a media personnel, as the owner of Worship Media. Otherwise, we would have had to get somebody else, maybe pay them to do that, because Nigerian Canadian Association obviously does not have a media department, okay? And then also, I am a minister of the gospel. Actually, I'm Reverend Dr. Chidi Nwanyanwu. That is my designation. And I had to say this because, sorry guys, people are calling me. If people can stop calling me, it's cutting the broadcast. So I'm a minister of the gospel, I'm a reverend doctor, and you do the work of God, but as God gives you the grace to do it. So my getting involved is because of these three things. One, we help people. We go to the prison and visit Nigerians who have problems, Nigerians who are about to be deported. We go to the detention camp and we help them. There's so many things that we do that we don't talk about. Stephanie Otobo is just one case out of millions. Ask any Nigerian. They call me on it all the time. There was a time somebody was being, it was cold. He didn't have a place to stay. He had just come in from the US. We had to take him. I had to take in this guy. I didn't know him. We didn't know him from Adam, but my wife took him in. We gave him clothes to wear. We put him, he stayed in our house. He slept over. This is somebody, he's actually a Yoruba guy. And finally, in the morning, he had to go and find something to do. Whenever any Nigerian has any problem anywhere, the immigration department, they'll call me, because my personal number is the official number of the Nigerian Canadian Association, because everything we do it voluntarily. It's either me or one of the officials of the association that they will call. So I am laying this fact there because after this, I'm not just going to be wasting my time following this story about Stephanie Otobo, but I've been in media long enough to understand that it is necessary, and I've been in the public service and the public eye to understand that it is necessary that every opportunity that you have, you need to put the truth out there. And don't be deceived. There is still something called the truth. It does not matter. And the truth will set us free, and the truth will always come out at the very end. Okay, I'm not angry with Stephanie Otobo, because when she came to us, I know how she was when she came to us. I know how we welcomed her into my family. I knew how. Thank God that I have a good wife. I thank God for the kind of wife that I have, the kind of love that she showed towards Stephanie. She took Stephanie like her sister. And we saw this girl completely devastated. Everything she wanted to be done, we just kept on like cooling her down, telling her, listen, you need to focus on yourself. You need to work on yourself. Forget about this, forget about that. Just focus on yourself. She said she wanted to do music. We said, okay, fine, we'll help you with the music. I wrote that song that she did, the video. Yes, I know she's in Nigeria and she may be pressured, okay? She will do anything. That's why I'm cautious about trying to react the way whoever is pressing these buttons wants me to react. I'm not going to say, oh, she betrayed us, because I don't know the conditions under which she's saying whatever she's saying. But I just had to put out this video so that people will get a little bit of an idea of where we stand with things. I know a lot of you are worried when you read that Chidi is manipulating me, and the video was shot in one Chidi's house. Those are not, nobody's clear. It's just so ridiculous that we're being dragged. Victor Nwala, and I have to mention your name here. Victor Nwala is someone who we started communicating. He knows Apostle Suleiman very well. He was actually there when they arrested Stephanie and Wisdom in Nigeria. He reached me and we talked at length, and it got to a point where he was telling me that it's possible to set me up and get people to say things about me, so I will see what it means to be blackmailed. And that's just what is going on. So Victor and whoever you people are, it doesn't pay. We cannot run a system where we will believe that we will just intimidate people and people will become cowed into, because you say that you say things against me and you turn the story around and me, then I'll become afraid, I will stop talking. You must understand that for me to be leading an organization, for me to be at the helm of affairs of a group of well-respected people, it takes a lot. Okay, and to be a child of God and a minister of the gospel, it takes a lot too. So when you factor all this in, you'll be able to give someone a little credit that things like this shouldn't just move a person. And the truth is, a lot of people can read through all of this. So we fully don't understand what is going on. It is surprising. It's expected. It's not shocking. But it's becoming ridiculous. It's becoming very, very ridiculous. All of a sudden, you were here, you were crying, we were all helping you. You say you commit suicide. Even so many videos you said people should be happy. What if you had committed suicide? All that, you got yourself together, you cut off from us, we stopped. Thank God. Do you know how God works? Thank God for 6 months we didn't we didn't make contact with you, because if we made contact to you 6 months from the day you made that video here, imagine what would have happened. There were times when you needed money. Stephanie Otobo, if you ever get to hear this, there was times she needed money. We refused to actually give her money. There were times they were in Nigeria, they needed money. It was deliberate, although it was like, but I had to make sure that things like that don't happen, because someone told me, be careful. Tomorrow, this girl might say that you slept with her. So, you see, we try to, so there's nothing like we exchanged money, we sent you money, or you sent us money. People have approached us that they want to help her, and they want to say, oh, Chidi, let's give you money to give her now. I know these people were all set up. We did not receive any penny from anybody concerning this. We did not exchange money with anybody concerning this. And so many other things. I know a lot of you know, but we just had to do exactly what we're doing right now, because I don't know, it's so funny. It's the whole thing is the whole drama is so funny to even stand and see in a video someone saying, oh my goodness, you guys manipulated her. Where did we start manipulating you? We started manipulating you all the way from Nigeria, all the things that you did, and then you came to our place, we saw you for a few times, and then that's when we manipulated you. So what I will also tell people, prepare you guys ahead of time, is they already said they're going to get, you know, those 3 girls that did a video against Stephanie. When they did that video, I reached out to them, and I did a video where I said, I've reached out to these people here. I told them, listen, you guys are members of the Nigerian community here. Why would you be doing a video against your friend Stephanie? Both of you, all of you are friends, right? Why would you do a video against her? I don't think it is right. And they kept quiet. And then amongst them, they started throwing blames. This person said this person, the other person said, I didn't know, the other person told me this. I said, well, you know what? You guys need to do a video to debunk all these things that you said, because I don't think it is fair. Then the girl said, oh, you know what? It's my phone. They took my phone. If they give me my phone, then I'm going to do a video. Anyways, they never came to do a video. That's all about that. But I won't be surprised when they get them to do a video and do whatever they want to do, because for them, they think that is a way to punish me, but you're going to punish me for helping someone. So for whatever it's worth, we had to just do this video. I won't be surprised if more things come up. It's just gonna happen like this, and then it will maybe whatever, simmer out. Charles Chidi Nweze, you're here. I wonder what you say about all this that is going on. But what I don't understand, as a Christian, you must follow your heart. I would never in my entire life, as long as there is a God, you will never catch me open my mouth and say, I regret helping Stephanie Otobo. I will never do that. You will never find me saying that, standing behind her when she was devastated, when she needed someone to speak for her, giving her a platform to talk. I will never regret that. You see, you can only do good to people What they decide to do with that good is their business. Like I said, she's not the first person. We've had to help people here, Nigerians who were in trouble, and they come back and they thank us. Most of them have married, they have children, they have jobs, and they are very grateful. So if somebody else now turns out, if one out of many, remember the parable of Jesus Christ, when he was talking about the people that only one of them came back to show appreciation. If one person comes back and shows appreciation and the other people turn the things that you're good for bad, are you going to turn around and say that doing good is no longer good? You can't do that, okay? A lot of people say, Chidi, leave this girl alone. Chidi, don't talk to this girl. You have a reputation. You are known. Chidi, look at your children. Look at your wife. Look at your job. You're an architect. You're somebody with credibility. This girl is going to pull your name down. But you see, if we look at all of these things, we will never help anybody. You will never help anybody at all. There is, one case said, was her devastation real? Oh, her devastation was very, very real. I can tell you. We came close to her. Her devastation was real. There are things you cannot hide. She was completely devastated. I mean, like, that's all. Not she really needed. Even if it was just someone talking to her. Even if it's my wife hugging her and saying Stephanie's okay. Even if it's just crying for that minute. It was real. It was very, very real. Okay. I mean, if someone calls you and says, sir, this, that, what do you think I should do? And we say, Stephanie's okay, let's pray with you. Say, no, I'm going to do this. I'm going to talk like this. I'm going to do. I say, no, calm down. All that is not necessary. You need to focus on yourself. Okay? It says, or a good act. One guy says, was it real or she's a good actor? My brother, all that is none of my business. I just want to assure everybody, we're not going to be pursuing this case. Please don't get the wrong impression. What you said, you have to continue to save lives. Please, brother Chidi, I don't think I would make it alive if I was her at this state. Honestly, Stephanie Otobo was at the point of committing suicide, period. If that's one thing we need to let out here, we need people to know. She was at the point, she was so scared. She was just so scared. There was a time we thought about, we called the Toronto police. I brought the Toronto police here. I don't know where that clip is. We recorded so many videos of things that were going on. She was so scared. When they were going to Nigeria, they were so scared. We would pray. We set up a prayer. Those of you that are here, have you forgotten when we say pray for Stephanie? You see, so many people are mad when they remember the prayers that we did for her, the chain prayers we did, all the pastors that called on the phone, and when I connected her on the phone and we prayed and she cried and we kept encouraging her. Listen, it doesn't matter. And let me tell us something. People are saying, oh, we're against the pastor, we're against Pastor Suleiman. You need to understand. Me and you and all of us, none of us was there when anything happened. At least from all of their mouths, they've been able to establish that maybe there was some contact. But we don't know the whole story. So there is an extent to which you can there's an extent to which you can defend or support somebody or validate a story. But that's not what we're there for. What we're there for is that one person on one side had a big congregation, had a TV station, had all followership. And one person on the other side, who is a Nigerian, who is under my jurisdiction as the president of our community here, does not have anything. All she has is her phone. She just do that video and post it up there. We saw the video that they did in Nigeria, where she came out of Kirikiri prison and she was making all these statements, talking some using some adult language on the apostle and all that. And we felt, hey, this girl, what you're doing to yourself is not good. You need to have a platform to be able to talk and talk like a reasonable human being, not that kind of thing you did in Lagos. And you'd see what we did to make sure, because as a leader, you need to put some things in place. And I'll tell you how that video came about. When we wanted to reach out to her, I didn't start looking everywhere. I knew her lawyer was Barrister Festus Keyamo from the internet. I just Googled Festus Keyamo Chambers and I saw his number. I know down the road you're going to start hearing that Chidi and Festus Keyamo and somebody else connived to do this whole thing. I get whoever is writing that script should realize that people are not just stupid. So you go on the internet, you see his number. I sent him a text. I said, I'm the president of the Nigerian Canadian Association. Is it possible to have the phone number of your client? I understand she's coming to Nigeria so that we can talk to her. And Festus Keyamo replied. It's just that WhatsApp, after a while, all those things wipe away. He replied and said, yes, she's actually in Nigeria and she's going to call you. And then after some time, she called me and I said, oh, wow, this is who I am. I'm pleased to hear your voice. Welcome back here. I want you to know that you are in your base. There's nothing to be afraid of. You have friends here, and then just relax and catch your breath. But I don't want you to live a life of fear, because this is your base, no matter what happened in Nigeria. Because why am I even saying she was devastated? You saw her coming out of Kirikiri and all of that thing. So then she came and we had that interview with I remember you telling me that many months ago when I asked you, yes, Elsie, you know, see, Elsie, so many people, thousands of people prayed for Stephanie. They are all like very, very angry now. But something I want us to plead, one thing I want to plead with us is this. In as much as we're angry with Stephanie, we should reserve a little bit of space for maybe we don't really understand exactly what is going on. Because as human beings, what we're seeing now is outrageous. You know, the disparity is too much. You know, from this point to this point, it doesn't add up. The in-between doesn't really add up. You know, for someone to switch from this to this, it's so erratic. So I'm leaving a small room for surprises, for that tomorrow now you're going to hear another thing, you know. But that's how we got to know Stephanie, and then the rest of it is history. Putting all those things up there and say the man who did most of our video, of course, is it in denial? Is it contestable? We did all our videos. We gave her a platform. That's what we set out to do, and that's what we did, and for which we are proud of. So why do you turn it around and say, someone is calling me, I can't take the call now. So guys, please let me just thank every person, everybody. This ordeal has taught me so much. I have learned so much. I've matured. I've seen that it is possible for you to stand for the truth. I've been cursed. I have heard the most horrible. Never in my life have I heard the kind of horrible things that have been thrown at me. No, I've not been written any kind of letter that I have had to be written because of this case. Even people in my family, close family, they turned around and they have all these things against us, me and my wife. So it's been a lesson period. But all I can tell everybody is be careful who you help. Never just lose your drop your guard. You know, be careful. And that's one of the reasons why that video came about. I'm hoping that one day Wisdom, the other guy who was with her, will be able to do a video and explain what happened. They came here, they were so scared. Every time they go to Nigeria, they're so scared. You could actually see, it's like you could actually see cold sweat coming out of them. They are scared that immediately they get to the airport, somebody is going to to kidnap them and kill them somewhere. It was a real fear in them. And so when they came here that day and they've been talking about, how can you be talking about manipulation? Was I the one that sent you a letter? Was I the one that sent you the text? Did I manipulate you and send you text to read? I said, okay, if you're going to go to Nigeria, then it is important that we have this video as a record. And it says, if anything happens in future, it will be a record. It's for record purpose, and I'm glad that we actually recorded that video. Can you imagine a situation whereby because after she went to the church, we were wondering what is happening to her. Remember that for 6 months we've not heard from her. So when we saw that thing, I was asking my wife, what is really going on? Where is Stephanie now? So first thing I did, I called her lawyer and I said, oh, I don't know what is happening. Please, can you tell me what is going on? And he said he doesn't know. I said, oh, you don't know? You're not in touch with Stephanie? Were you not in court the day she was in court? I said, no, I sent someone to represent me. I was like, really? I called Wisdom. I said, Wisdom, are you with Stephanie? He said, no. I said, really? I said, yeah. I said, then where is she? He says, I don't know. I said, you're not with her? I said, no. From the court, I didn't see her anymore. Then we became so worried. We had to wait. That video, they did it on Saturday, I think, Friday night. We had to wait Saturday, Sunday, Monday night. We didn't hear anything before we said, okay, you know what? This is the best time to put out this video. And it did exactly what we wanted it to do. If we put out this video and Stephanie, God forbid, but if something had gone wrong with Stephanie, if we put out that video, it will be an eye-opener to people about what was going on. But if Stephanie was okay and we put out that video, she's gonna be able to talk and react to the video. And for real, when we put out the video, she came out and she said, oh, she's okay, everything is okay. Every other thing she said in the video, how can you, I can't really judge, we are not there. We don't know the conditions that she's using to talk. But we are so glad we put out the video. We're not gonna keep, we'll just watch as things unfold and decide when to comment, when to react, and when to keep quiet. But we're not gonna waste our time on this case. We're not gonna waste our time back and forth and answer to everybody's whatever. You know, everybody can draw their own opinion and make their judgment from whatever they see going on there. But for us, once we release that video to really satisfy what her request was, we are done. We are done as far as, you know, trying to prove anything. There's really nothing to prove. She has come out. She has said, everybody move on. So if the principal actor says that everybody should move on, is it the supporting actors that will keep acting in the drama? The actor of the movie, the actor say, oh man, go your way, film don't finish. So if film don't finish, waiting supporting actors they do. Supporting actors got to move on and find the Gary that we came here to find in Canada. My job as as a leader here was done. So many people, you know, you ride on responsible Nigerians who live here in Canada, the way they talk to you, men of God, pastors, brothers, sisters. What, you know, when you interact with them, what they tell you, they give you a pat on the back, they encourage you. That is what makes you feel very satisfied about this whole thing. So we will never look back and regret. And I implore you, never look back and regret. We may never be able to answer to every single video that they're going to put out. We may never be able to answer to... The funny thing is now are they trying to shift their attention to us now in order to cajole us? You don't need to do that. We are not fighting with you. The case is not between me and Apostle Suleiman now. Apostle Suleiman didn't sleep with me. Did I claim that Apostle Suleiman? for wahala. Anyway, now Yanga sleep. Now me go wake up. Now nobody send me. Now me send myself. So it's okay. Now me make my bed. Now me go invite anything where they happen. So make a carrier. But there, as long as there's God, there's God will help us. And you see, the Bible says that God will not God will not give you more than you can handle. And when the situation becomes too much for you to handle, He will make a way for you. Wasn't it God that said but it's not even gotten up to that. It's not gotten up to that. I just felt I needed to talk about this video because its intention is because that's what they promised me. Victor Wala said, Chidi, don't you know that we can put out information there? Put out information, write it on the paper, and decimate your character so that you get a feel about what it means to blackmail someone. You get a feel about what it means to rubbish somebody's name. So the assignment is to make me feel what they think Apostle Johnson Suleiman feels. So we're going to put stories, fake stories about you, and then people will keep reading about it, you keep reading about it, and then you get to know how it feels. Well, so the race is on, but one thing they don't know is that, and I'm proud to say that, I was trained as a minister of the gospel by the best pastors in the whole world. Okay, we are trained to be. Our Christianity is a lifestyle kind of Christianity. It's not by the height of my Bible. It's not by the thickness of my Bible. It's not by how I pray shakabula shakabula. It's by the content of your character. It's by your ability to see the truth and to stand on it and not to waver in spite of anything. That is what defines your Christianity. Okay, and I am so proud of the kind of pastors that I stayed under, and I'll continue to be proud of them. Pastors Ina Omaku, Pastor Sarah Omaku, Pastor Ike Moye, so many other pastors, Pastor Wale Afelomu, Pastor Hikweme, so many pastors that I've had to go on. In fact, you know what I always say? The kind of spiritual training I got in Nigeria, that is what is keeping me going. It's not even here in Canada. You know, when you've been through people who have taught you real life lessons and you've seen them go through things and you see how they handle themselves, when you are now going through things in life, you fall back. You fall back to those training that you got from these people, and that is what keeps you going. Okay, we are tough, we are hard Christians because of the kind of training that we had, because of the kind of pastors that we've gone through. We've gone through pastors who have taken people from absolutely nothing to something. We went through pastors. Pastor Ena will look at you and say, "You will make it." We went through pastor. You see, that is why you don't understand why sometimes you fight this fight. Why sometimes you see it's almost like, what is your own? Because what is going on in Nigeria is not good. A lot of pastors are messing up the name and the office of a pastor in Nigeria. They are making other pastors look like they are all the same. No, not every pastor is the same. There are still men of God in Nigeria. There are still people who preach the gospel. There are still people who are saving lives. It is not true We have all the men of God in Nigeria are not rubbish. All the men of God in Nigeria don't sleep with women. So what are you telling me? There are still good Christians. Let me brag with my Jesus Christ. Let me brag with God. I am a good Christian. I am a good Christian. If you want an example of a good Christian, look at me. I will doff my heart and say it. What are you telling me? So you want us tomorrow now to claim that waiting happen won't help people? Or that wrong is right and right is wrong because of intimidation? You think if you write something against me in the newspaper and make a video, it's going to change anything? It won't change anything. You know, like I said in the video, it's unfortunate that right now, when Christianity in Nigeria is facing some, you know, sometimes these things get so twisted. You see somebody like Apostle Johnson Suleiman, who stands for, you know, his firebrand when he's talking about this Fulani case and the Islamization of Nigeria and all the stuff like that. And let me tell you something. I sent a text to Apostle Johnson Suleiman when he had these people that came from Libya. You know, he gave them some people that came from Libya. He did something in his church. I saw the video of it and I sent him a text, even in the midst of all this. Because we need to be able to separate things. But the thing is, we model things all together. I told him, it's funny, I said, sir, we may have our differences, but this singular act is worthy of commendation. And I commend you for what you did for these guys that came back from Libya. Because I had just done a video about our people in Libya and what they went through. He responded, but those are the private things that happen. Of course, he was pissed off about me that, oh, you're the one talking about me on the internet and all that. But it's okay, you know. It doesn't change. It doesn't change what it is. What it is. Okay, you can't change things. So once again, I really want to thank everybody. Nobody knows what is. Nobody knows what will happen in the days to come. It is not a game for me. I'm not about to start playing a game of back and forth video. They do video, you do video, you do. Anytime I get a chance and I feel there is need to respond to any accusations, I will do that. For the sake of everybody else, we must not allow confusion to reign. God is not an author of confusion, okay? God will still give us the grace to do whatever He wants us to do. And He will always guide us if we don't abandon Him. So that's it, guys. I'm gonna post the video on YouTube. If there's anything you want to check out, what I really wanted to do, I wanted to take those some of the things I saw in that publication. I wanted to take them one by one, but you see, it's not necessary. How many of them are you going to try to defend? It's not necessary now. It's not necessary. I don't even have time to start defending anything. We will continue to help, of course. Lovely in Ebwe, we will continue to help. I have tons of emails. I have emails that people send to us, people who are already in Canada. Actually, a lady called me yesterday. She said she has been here in Canada for 10 years. She doesn't have her passport and she wants to travel to Nigeria. She called me late in the night and I had to sit up and start telling her what to do. Nobody pays. In case you don't understand, being the president of the Nigerian Canadian Association is not a paid position. It's not. It is entirely voluntary, and there is no time. It's not like you work from 8 to 6. No, you work anytime somebody calls you. Yesterday, I got a call from United Nations Department of Refugee in Ottawa. They called me and they were telling me. They said, why is it? They're asking me questions about what is happening with refugee claims of Nigerians here. And I spoke at length with them, and this was at my time that I should be working. No, let's not be deceived. It's so shameful what is going on in one way, and on the other hand, it's a lesson for everybody, lesson for me too. a lot of, as thing of food, some of you look at it and you just eat your humble pie and say, okay, what can you do? But we'll continue to help. That's the whole essence of this video. We will not be intimidated to stop helping people. We will not be intimidated to stop saying the truth. I and my wife, we do not regret helping Stephanie Otobo. We will do that 1,001 times again for any other person that we see in a situation where they need help. It's unfortunate they're going to try to pull my name in the mud, but it's okay. Even Jesus Christ had to go through worse things, okay? And if they think what they want to do is to make me feel what it means to be blackmailed or lied against, go ahead and do it, okay? Whatever it is, all right. Okay, guys. Malika says, is Stephanie back to Canada? My sister, I don't know. I don't even want to know at this point. The last time we saw her was 6 months ago, you know, and we didn't want to start. Looking back now, I was wondering, was it the right thing to do? Because maybe we should have come out like 6 months ago and say, oh, we're not with Stephanie. Stephanie is no longer seeing us, so we don't know what is going on with her. But we just kept quiet. You know, people kept calling us, and anybody that calls us will say, yeah, she's okay, everything is okay. You know, because we felt she needed someone. Okay, I'm gonna have to stop the video right now. I have an important call coming in, all right? Thank you so much for tuning in from Worship Media Studios. This is Chidi signing out.